Hey, let me stretch it out here. Is there any two players on one team in any era you would trade for Wemby?
Nah, come on. Now that's an easy question. Yes.
Obviously, I mean,
Jordan, Pippen, Kareem, Magic,
Magic.
Kobe, Shaq. We can go on. David, Rob. We can go. I won't go Spurs.
I was saying you
I
can't know
mean,
David. You
yeah.
could trade Wemby for David.
But come on. That's easy. That's
That is, yeah.
Victor. Yeah, because we still got to look at it. Now I'm gonna be honest, and this is not. We just being truthful.
Yeah.
I still wonder the height, Victor's size. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that he can have a 10-year career. And for a guy his size, we've seen it multiple times with the Ralph Sampsons, the Sean Bradleys.
Yao Ming.
Yao Ming. So I'm hoping that he could have a 10-year career. And when you and I put on our GM hats, we talk about our GM hats, right?
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about Victor's long-time health, and I get an opportunity to take two young thoroughbreds like Shea and Holmgren, that would be something I would at least have to entertain.
I've always said, people have gotten upset, and I've told you, I've always said, if I'm the Spurs GM, I would take calls on Tim Duncan. I mean, I have to do it, but the role of a general manager is to take the call on any player, no matter who it is, no matter what. You don't have to do the deal, but you have to entertain the option. For me, that's why I think I would probably be a good GM, but a bad GM, because if Derek called me and said, you know what, Rudy, I want to take Victor and I want Steph Castle. What can we do to get those two players? Obviously, I know they're probably off the table, but what do you got? That's my next question. What do you got? Because if you're going to give me 8 years worth of first round picks, unprotected, 2 all-stars, and maybe another 2 guys that are excellent role players, well, then maths, because I think that would be a win-win for me.
Remember, you're talking to me, so I see things.
You won't offer that, I know.
But no, I'm just saying about how players move, right?
Yeah.
So we're thinking about you sitting there talking to a Gervin now, a guy who never saw my brother wearing any other jersey than the silver and black. So for George to end up going to Chicago, that told me way back then in 1986, 40 years ago, we're not even talking about WNBA 30 years, 40 years ago, that told me that no deal is off the table.
Exactly.
George Iceman Gervin, who I thought would retire San Antonio Spur. I was hoping we would get the statue and all of that. And then within an instant, it all changed. And that could happen. No player is bigger than the league. And that includes Victor.